4th Legislative Summit is underway in the Lake City of Kisumu. Senators and members of the County Assembly are meeting to assess the gains of devolution. President Uhuru Kenyatta was expected there for the 3-day conference, but he did not show up. We are now joined by Stephen Letoo. Stephen Letoo has been following these details there. Stephen, what happened there today?
Thank you, Trevor, and good evening to you. It's been a totally disappointing day for members of the county assemblies. Over 1,500 of them who had gathered right here at the lakeside city of Kisumu for the 4th Legislative Summit, having that the president did not show up for the second consecutive time in the legislative summits, the one that had been held in Mombasa last year, and these were now held in Kisumu. President Uhuru Kenyatta has been a no-show. Members of the county assemblies are now saying that the president has been snubbing them. And they say that the president is not ready to listen to their demands, or rather their plight, in terms of ensuring that they also be part of the devolution and ensuring that the success of devolution is guaranteed. And so there has been a lot of murmurs within members of the county assemblies asking a lot of questions why President Uhuru Kenyatta did not turn up for the second time for the legislative summit, a very important session for them, similar to the devolution conference where President Uhuru Kenyatta attended during the devolution, the 6th devolution summit in Kirinyaga County last month. And of course, a lot happened again, but with a no-show by the president, several leaders, of course, attended, including Senate Speaker Kenneth Lusaka, who was the chief guest today, who officially opened or officially graced today's event at the legislative summit. And this is what he had to say with regard to some of the MCA's demands. Let's listen in.
There are a number of bills that we have passed as Senate. There is the Equitable Development Bill, which was originally Kenyatta's, but it was reviewed, and it's now at second reading, pending to come before the Committee of the Whole. That will address the issue. It will give a framework of how resources should be taken to the wards. Because I've been a governor and I know what sometimes members of the county assembly go through in wards where they don't agree with the governor. So that will address that issue, because some percentage is being worked out on how much should really go to the wards. Then we have the county retirement scheme bill, which was also asked. The bill is before the Labour Committee for public participation, and we shall also make sure that we fast track it. The impeachment procedure bill, the bill was passed and it's a second reading.
There you have it. That is Kenneth Lusaka, the Senate of the Senate. But some of the other issues, Trevor, that are coming in is that members of the county assemblies are pushing for a financial autonomy. What they essentially want is to ensure that they get a direct vote or access to finances, so that they be an independent institution that will be receiving a direct funding from the Treasury, because they say they are having their oversight role being sabotaged or being twisted by the county executives led by the county governors, in terms of unless you do not oversight them critically, then you are going to get financing. And that, they say, should there be an independent legislature in the county level, they will be able to, oversight county governments properly. And so, Trevor, there's been a lot of issues, and that tomorrow we are expecting that ODM leader Raila Odinga will be gracing the MCAs, as well as Deputy President William Ruto is also expected to close this particular summit on Wednesday. But again, we understand that ODM leader Raila Odinga is expected to attend an African Union's meeting tomorrow in Nairobi. It's still we are not yet sure whether he is going to appear before this summit, or he's again going to snub it like President Uhuru Kenyatta. But for now, it's a good night, Trevor, from Kisumu City.